Planet Vero Studio is powered by the Nolan Group of eXp Realty. Cindy Grossman. New York City born and raised, luxury retail management was her game. Saks Fifth Avenue and Nordstrom were her jewelry playgrounds. Had enough at 38, fled to Miami, where Neiman Marcus Bal Harbour found her. Recruited to Mont Blanc, where her regional position challenged her. Met her husband 4 years ago, and Brevard County she did go. COVID hit, she needed a new career fit. Age-defying beauty with Mary Kay, she did say. And now, here's Cindy Grossman.
Hello, 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 and welcome to Mesmerize the Mirror at any age. I'm glad everyone's listening in or watching this. Whether it's morning, noon, or night, we have an interesting topic that is very apropos to what we have seen. Mitch, thank you so much for coming back.
Nice to be seen and nice to see you.
Thank you. Jesse, thank you so much for being here.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
Of course. And before I introduce my special guest, which is even more apropos that she's on today, I want to talk about Hurricane Ian. It was not what we expected, right? 1 minute you heard it was going to be nothing, then you heard it was going to be, crazy. And unfortunately, it was very serious. They're saying we had the most deaths since 1935 in Florida. We had over 100 deaths. The winds were up to 155 miles per hour. We had over 12 inches of rain, and it did hit a storm category of 4. There was flooding as deep as 12 feet. That's a lot of water. And I just think it's a scary situation, and people just don't prepare for it. I mean, that's pretty much what the deaths are from. There were drownings, which is very sad. And today, my special guest is Ayala Burgess. And I'm so happy she's here because she is the Senior Design Consultant for Home Depot Installation Services, specializing in the installation of impact windows across Brevard and Indian River County. Her background is in storm protection and homeowner education. She has experience in many fields, including roofing, impact window, and shutter installation, building codes, and insurance litigation. Alia strives to be the most knowledgeable person in her industry and regularly does training courses with PGT, Innovations, and Florida Building Code Department to stay informed on all the latest updates and changes in the industry. Thank you so much for coming on. This is a topic that, I was watching, on Facebook, the things that you were putting up during this whole nightmare. And I was amazed, along with other comments that I saw you receive. People just don't know what to do. They're not prepared. How did it, first, I think my first question to you is, how did you get into this field?
So first of all, Cindy, thank you for having me. I got into the field by chance. I worked many different jobs, from banking to farming, in the hotel industry, and then construction kind of fell into my lap. My CrossFit coach was actually a roofer, and he saw that I wasn't happy in my profession, and he invited me to come on a few ride-alongs with him. And I climbed up on the roofs. I saw what roofing was all about. And I went, there's an opportunity for me to do something worthwhile here, to help people that need help. And that's always kind of been my thing. I've never wanted to just have a random dead end job where I'm standing there doing nothing all day. It's fulfilling to be able to help someone that would otherwise not have the ability to know exactly what to do in a situation where your roof is torn off or your windows are broken in or you have to file an insurance claim and you're scared. So it's really cool that I can be that person to help people, and also as a female in the industry to drive that change and to advocate for females in construction and be able to be one of the many faces that are helping to increase the amount of women in our industry.
That is fantastic. I know I watched a few times on, the network where they have, the house that goes from being horrible to looking beautiful. And I see there's quite a few women who are getting into that. So that's exciting to see. It's all about mesmerizing the mirror. I love it. Sounds good. One question I have, what does PGT stand for?
That is a great question that I wish I knew the answer to, but I don't.
Okay, that's okay.
PGT
Now,
Innovations, they're a company based out of Venice Beach,
okay.
and they make
So
impact windows for Florida, in Florida. All the testing is done here versus a lot of other impact companies that are made up north. When you're looking at other companies like American Craftsman and Anderson, their impact, they go through the testing, but the thing is the paint features and the interior features, they're being tested against different humidities, against different weather temperatures. So when you put it down here in Florida, where there's a major heat factor, you can deal with unwanted things like cracked vinyl framing. If the framing is too thin and it hasn't been tested against Florida heat, you can be dealing with rust on your wheels if you're using brass wheels instead of stainless steel. Paint can chip and fade and crack. So that's the reason why we use PGT, is because if something is made here and tested here and rated for the most southern parts of Florida that you can get, then we know it's going to be good for our customers and that it's going to stand the test of time and through all of the major storms that we receive here.
Wow, that's great to know. Excellent. Wow. Now, I know you work with realtors. What do you do with the realtors?
So I have connections with a lot of local real estate agents here, and it's really nice to know the people that are selling homes to the new members of our community. We have tens of thousands of people every year that are moving down here. Even the tourism industry out here is becoming rather large. So we've got a lot of investors buying up Airbnb properties and short-term rentals. And what I do with my real estate agents in my network is I make sure that I'm available to them if they have any questions. If they're showing a house and they need to know whether the windows are impact or not, I'm able to show them how exactly they can go about knowing that so that they can be the most knowledgeable for their clients. I do offer free trainings for the local brokerages so they can get all of their agents together and they can all learn a little bit about the differences between aluminum versus vinyl windows, the differences between the actual ratings of impact windows, because there are different ratings that a lot of people are not aware of, and just basically giving them that extra foot up to make sure that they're the most knowledgeable for their people and that they can speak confidently when they're going to show a house about how their clients can get financed for impact windows if they're interested in doing that, or if they already have impact windows, guarantee them that nice extra security of protection that comes with the home they're about to sell.
That's terrific, because that does come up. I've spent time looking at homes, and the first question you ask is any protection for hurricane. Now, I know after a certain year, they did start putting in the impact windows, but you say there's levels of it. So does that even, help with a hurricane, what they're technically putting in the homes that's supposed to, fit code, I guess?
So that's a great question. And a lot of people think that as long as something meets code, then it's the best thing out there. But the reality is building code is just giving you the most basic product that you can legally put in your house. So just because something meets building code doesn't necessarily mean it's a great product. And a lot of the windows being sold out here are being sold at a low, low price because they're ASTME rated windows. ASTME is the lowest grade that you can get. It's a missile level C rating, which means basically the difference between a missile level C and D is a C is all that's required for our area up here. As you start to go south down into Miami, into the lower areas, you are required to have missile level D. The difference comes in the amount of testing and the strength of testing. A missile level C rated window means a 4.5 pound 2x4 is shot at the window at 40 feet per second. It hits the glass once, and then it goes through rounds of pressure testing. So basically they're putting the window in a frame that makes it breathe like this. So they know that when it cracks, it can still withstand pressure from the storm. So the water intrusion testing, the pressure testing, that is all fairly similar between the two. But a missile level D has a 9-pound 2x4 shot at it, and that is going at 50 feet per second. So it's a larger item being shot faster, and it hits the glass twice and the frame once. So it's 3 times more testing that it goes through. So when you're looking at these two windows, the main difference is that at the end of this testing, an ASTME rated window is going to be allowed to have up to a 3-inch hole that's the size of a tennis ball, whereas a Miami-Dade rated window is only allowed to have a tear of 1/16 of an inch by 5 inches. That means that on one end of the spectrum, you're going to get water damage. You're going to have drywall that gets wet. You're going to have bugs coming into your house afterwards where you'll have to tape up your windows. So when I see people presenting me with another estimate that's a couple $1,000s cheaper and they're going, hey, that's a vinyl window too. The thing is, it's not comparable. You're not comparing apples to apples with every estimate. And that's why it's important to know what the testing means and what's being offered to you when you're receiving estimates.
Wow, that's incredible. We're going to take a quick break and we will be back with more questions. Thank you so much.
Need an enlightening pick-me-up? Visit Kristen and Cindy at Skinergy to energize your skin and keep it looking fabulous forever. Kristen can help with hair removal, sugaring to keep your whole body smooth and conditioned. Kristen will help you refresh and defend your skin while giving you a customized facial. Cindy helps skinergize and get you camera ready for your everyday look or special occasion. Visit Kristen and Cindy at Skinergy. Find them on Facebook under the Skinergy Squad.
I love that I can sit in my car and wait for my appointment to renew my driver's license. No more lines, no hassle. Hey, I made my appointment online and it's going to alert me when it's my turn. Gotta go.
Hello, I'm Carol Jean Jordan, your tax collector here in Indian River County. To help you get in and out faster, we are introducing our new customer service system. Here, you can make appointments, check in remotely, or choose to wait in your car or in our lobbies. You can access this system through our website, irctax.com, and we look forward to seeing you.
It's a fun fall festival for the whole family at C.W. Willis. Enjoy a pumpkin patch, a ghostly photo booth, games, food, and treats. A trunk or treat later in the day. The fall festival, Saturday, October 29th from noon to 8 at C.W. Willis, Oslo Road, Vero Beach.
Not crypto coins, not penny stocks. The best tool to build wealth is still real estate. I'm Chris Nolan of the Nolan Group of eXp Realty. Invest today and allow your real estate to provide a future for your family tomorrow. We'll show you the way. Visit mynexthomefinder.com.
Sunshine Furniture brightens up your day.
At Sunshine Furniture, our 35,000 square foot showroom is filled with the largest selection of in-stock coastal furniture on the Treasure Coast. Dining and bedroom sets, occasional tables, sofas, sleeper sofas, love seats, and chairs, including lots of slipcover styles from Universal, Four Seasons, and Capri. We also have a gallery of Tommy Bahama and Lexington with styles designed for a relaxed approach to the finer things in life. We're having a fall sale with lots of great markdowns, including all pictures, lamps, and accessories half price. Sunshine Furniture, 1295 US 1 in Vero Beach, next to Planet Fitness. Family owned and operated since 1991. Don't forget to visit our outlet and closeout store directly across the street and visit our website at sunshinefurniturecasual.com.
Sunshine Furniture, the best in every way. Have a sunshine day.
The law offices of Goldman, Monahan, Tucker, and Bettine is here to help you with your personal legal challenges, business needs, and real estate matters. Since 1984, we have assisted countless numbers of Florida individuals and businesses with their legal issues, from trusts and estates, wills, real estate, and civil or criminal litigation. We pride ourselves on maintaining lifelong client relationships and would appreciate the opportunity to assist you and your family as well. Please call 321-639-1320 for further information on the law offices of Goldman, Monahan, Tucker, and Bettine. A non-attorney spokesman.
And we are back. Oh. Okay, here we are. And we are back with Ayala Burgess talking to her about windows and doors. Ayala is the installation expert at Home Depot. So for anyone who needs any questions, I know she does free consultations, which she can. Do you want to tell everybody how to reach you right now? What's the best way?
Sure. So my direct line is 321-326-3853. That's going to get you straight to me. I'm usually with a client, so please leave me a voicemail or send me a text message. I will call you back as soon as possible.
Okay. Sounds great.
I had a question.
Yes.
So you were mentioning so many feet per second, a window being impacted by a 2x4. What does that equate to in miles per hour? I'm not that fast with my math.
I want to say that the lower one is 30 miles per hour and the higher one is closer to 60 miles per hour, but don't quote me on that. That's rounded numbers.
Right.
So is that equivalent to like a category 3 or 4 or
So
not,
that's a really good question. When it comes to window testing, they're rated by a lot of different things. So design pressure is your rating for it. Windows aren't necessarily rated to a category of hurricane because there's so many variations. You could have a category 5 100 miles off the coast that's going to give you less damage than a category 1 that's hitting you directly. So really they're rated for design pressure. They're rated for the amount of water coming into the window, but in a simple homeowners terms, a Miami-Dade window is going to cover you up to a category 5, whereas an ASTME rated window, you're really only looking at protection up to a category 3. A lot of sales reps in the area will tell you it's rated to a category 5, but it is not. ASTME windows are not allowed anywhere south of Dade County. So the Keys, the Everglades areas, they are not allowed down there or in Miami.
Wow. That's interesting. Okay, now here's the big question. Do I still need shutters if I have impact windows?
It depends on what kind of impact windows you have. So the official answer right now is no. But from what I've been hearing through the grapevine, we all know insurance is changing a lot of rules recently. So as of right now, your ASTME rated windows do qualify you for insurance discounts, but coming up in a few years, it sounds like that's going to go away, and you are going to be required to have Miami-Dade rated shutters if your windows are not Miami-Dade rated. So if you're considering impact windows, spend a little extra to get Miami-Dade. Otherwise, in a few years, you might have to spend a lot extra to get shutters. Currently, some people do like putting shutters over their insulated impact windows, and that's because the exterior glass, it's just a normal piece of glass, and its only purpose is to hold back the argon gas. So some people do just prefer to have the shutters, but it is not required. It is completely a personal preference as of today.
Okay.
When did they start mandating the new standards for construction, either shutters or impact windows? Do you recall what year that was?
That's 2001. Any home that's built after 2001 requires there to be Miami-Dade rated shutters or windows installed in the home. As far as houses that are, sold after 2001 that are perhaps built prior to that, they're grandfathered in. So there's no requirement to put impact windows or to put shutters on a home that doesn't currently have them, but anything newly built is required to have them. Or if you're changing windows in an older home, you are required to go with impact, even if the rest of the house is non-impact.
That's interesting. Now, if you have the impact windows, do you get any discount with the insurance?
There used to be different tiers. So if you had windows, you get one discount. At the doors, you get another discount. Now insurance is requiring everything. So every window, every door, and your garage door all have to be impact rated in order for you to receive those discounts.
Okay. And what about, how do you decide on either vinyl or aluminum?
So that can come down to preference. I actually have a little sample of both so you can see the difference in size.
Great.
So the aluminum is this one here, and you can tell that the aluminum's this one. You can tell that the frame is a lot thinner. The vinyl is for energy efficiency. So vinyl windows are usually a little more expensive. Ours have an aluminum frame interior and it's wrapped in vinyl, which is very different than most of the industry because most vinyl windows are just vinyl with no metal. We want to make sure everything is structurally strong. But when I'm dealing with people who have perhaps a really beautiful lakeside view or beachside view and they don't want the extra frame because the frame is so much thicker, then I will recommend aluminum for big doors or windows that face the water, anyone that's looking for a really nice view. And it all comes down to glass as well. There's insulated glass and monolithic glass. Monolithic glass just means there's no third piece for the argon gas. So it's just a solid impact window. And these are great for rental properties, for homes that have perhaps a bit rowdier of kids that have a chance of breaking the window with playing with their ball outside. So there's so many different features and different ways that I can build a window for someone. The standard thought of a window is a window is just incorrect. There are 38,000 different combinations of frames, glass, colors, and features that I can make to make sure that I'm giving someone the exact perfect window for what fits their family and their budget.
Wow, that sounds incredible. What about how are they warranted? What type of warranty?
Every window is going to carry a different warranty. So it really depends. You need to look at your paperwork closely. When we're talking about lifetime warranties, it's always the lifetime of the product. It's never your lifetime or the lifetime of the house. And if someone tells you that, it means they don't understand their warranty. So a lifetime warranty regards the product and what the manufacturers have deemed the life of that product. It could be 15 years, it could be 25, it could be 30. Most windows carry a 25-year warranty. And then you have your labor warranty on that, which is whatever the company decides.
That's terrific.
Cindy grew up in New York, so she won't be familiar with this. But in the house that I grew up in, maybe you too, Jesse, we had the old jalousie windows. So I'm sure you're going to laugh about that. But that's how it was back then, you know, with the hand crank and the small pieces of glass.
I have to tell you, that's funny you should say that, but my house had similar. We had like window panes, you know, long window panes with probably, about 6 window panes going across. And only the 2 ends opened and they were on that crank. So you see, I do know a little bit about that. Ayala, this was really fantastic and it was so timing appropriate. So other than the phone number, you want to give that out again so people can have it?
Sure. Anyone interested in a quote for impact windows or patio doors can contact me at 321-326-3853.
Perfect. And if anybody has any questions, they can certainly contact me, Mesmerize the Mirror at any age, Cindy through Planet Vero, or I always put this on Facebook and it goes through the live stream so they can get in touch with us to find out the best way to contact you. And you do offer free consultations, and people really need to know the facts about these things because we know there's always somebody trying to pull a fast one on someone. So I appreciate you coming on and explaining this all to us during what,
Thank
well, we
you for
hope.
having me.
Thank you. We hope the end of hurricane season, but you never know. It seems like they come later and later.
Fingers crossed.
So yeah, fingers crossed. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.